Hello, everybody. This is Near Light Shine. We are doing a open key sanity today. Um, yeah, it is between LateBit and BSJ. For those who do not know what key sanity is, the keys, maps, and compasses are all shuffled. This includes the ones in GP and the Castle Tower. The only big key that is vanilla is the cat is the one for Zelda Cell. So yeah, we're just waiting for the go ahead to start. Yep, so this is going to be a very interesting race. Okay, we're going to start in about 10 seconds here. Late bit, the chat can't help you. Nobody can. And we're going into Link's house. And Link's house holds 3 bombs. Sanctuary holds the Piece of Heart. So already Late Bit's in a good spot with these bombs. We're going into the Lost Woods and the dam right now. 2 different locations with very big possible finds. Outside the dam is the hammer, and the Lost Woods mushroom spot is the big key to Eastern. Well, there's part of our dark world, and inside the dam is 20 rubies, but there's half magic inside the Lost Woods drop down. Yeah, we have tempered sword damage right off the bat. BSJ, though, is going to take the south route to Kakariko, possibly farm some more bombs. Nope, he's just going to do the south route. 3 bombs inside of the Gina's cave. And the race game, ooh, that's Bombos. Definitely going to want to have to pick that up. We, of course, will not know either what dungeons are what unless we find a map. So, chat, what do you think today's trolley item will be? We already know it's not going to be the hammer or bombos. And tier 1 tree pull is rubies. Library ledge, though, is the map to something. That half magic, though, that both runners are going to pick up is going to be a very nice find. You're never going to turn down half magic. And back of the bar is a heart container, not Sank Heart. Our runners both are struggling a little bit with money, though. And the chicken hut holds 10 arrows. Zelda's Cell, or not Zelda's Cell, Lion's Hideout. hold piece of heart, 10 arrows, a small key to Ganon's tower, and the well holds 20 rubies. There's 10 more arrows in the lion's hideout, and there's Thieves Town, but big or small key. That's the cape though in lion's hideout. Piece of heart, compass the desert, and there's the moon pearl. Okay, chat, that's just mean. Calling a required book on pedestal. Neither of our runners have the money, though, for bottle vendor today. Late Bit's going to go dive back down for that extra 10 rubies. Hopefully, there's nothing at bottle vendor that would be important right away. And bottle vendor holds 10 arrows. I'm sure when BSJ sees that, he's going to be happy. Uncle holds, that's almost vanilla. Also, I am joined by Professor Renderer on comms. Hi, Renderer.
Hi.
How are you tonight?
Trained.
I am sorry to hear that.
I guess. So, yes. Catch me up really quick.
Okay, so found hammer in the out in the drain part of the dam. Bombos was on race game. Lamp was on Uncle. Moon Pearl was in the well. Oh, and Cape was in Blind's hideout.
Okay, this is just easy then.
Yep, and Eastern Big Key was in Lost Woods.
Okay, so this is just easy then.
What?
Okay, so this is just easy then.
Yeah. And Thieves Town Small Key, I think, was in back of the well.
So it's just easy again.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say, but just like this is just easy. Like Thieves Town Small Key being early, easy. Eastern Bows Big Key, easy. Cape Hammer, easy.
Oh yeah.
Bombos, easy.
Yep. There's getting into ice, and 50, and there also the only Late Bit had the money to get the bottle vendor, which was 10 arrows.
That was an intentional death for it, by the way.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, and, I just wanted to call that out to BSJ.
Oh yeah. I see those happen so often, I kind of zone out sometimes. And the bush crab is vanilla today.
I don't know what vanilla is.
It's a single ruby.
Oh. So useless.
Yeah. Oh, and BSJ is not going to go kill the blue guard for the Zelda cell or for the Zelda key. Ooh.
I think the hunch here is that I think the reason being is that so I wasn't paying too much attention to BSJ's side since I just somewhat got here and I'm just getting my bearings straight. My hunch here is that perhaps we're gonna be seeing a skip of the Zelda cell.
Possible. Also, we just found the hook shot and bow.
Yeah, and Mini Moldorm. So this is just easy because we have a clear available to us right now in the form of Eastern.
Yep. Yeah, chat was calling for a hook shot on being trolly, and required book on Ped.
Why does that not surprise me? Like, I've been doing this for 4 years. Why does that not surprise me?
I don't know. I always ask what the chat thinks is going to be the trolley item, and Eastern is desert. Or
Pen is desert.
yeah, I just got off of a 4.5-hour shift, and Skullwood's map, and I didn't see what that small key was, but that was the map that something.
And Late Bit wants to go and do Eastern before checking out the Saha, which is fine because that's already a bow that he's already got, and he can clear this. We don't exactly know what it is because we don't have the map associated for it, because this is open Keysanity. This is something that rarely gets played, because most of the time when you're talking about Keysanity, you're either thinking 80 keys or cross keys.
Yeah.
Both of which have tournaments going on right now.
Yep, and first check of Eastern is Turtle Rock map. Late Bit, though, unlike BSJ, can complete Eastern.
Yeah, that's exactly what the difference here is. Just because BSJ has yet to go over to Mini Moldorm and get hook and bow, this is something that Late Bit BSJ, I should say, will have to come back to later, unless a bow ends up showing up here. In which case, that will be silvers for Late Bit, but BSJ will have the regular bow and will have to go for the quick kill, whereas Late Bit can just shoot an arrow at the guard, or the Armos rather, and be able to just get it in a blink of an eye.
Yep. Oh yeah, and half magic was in the drop down in Lost Woods.
So this is just easy.
Yeah. Only way it's easier is just give them 20 hearts and red mail.
I mean, if you wanted to do that, then just play True Pot Hunt or a True Ice Rod Hunt. Spoiler: do not play True Ice Rod Hunts. And
there's the big key to Turtle Rock. Okay, so I'm getting a feeling we're gonna get early access to Turtle Rock.
Important. Yeah. If it was like inverted keys / Shmoda Kings, then sure. But this is open Keysanity, so. And even then, inverted keys, you have access to Turtle Rock pretty easily.
Yeah.
So both players are now heading to check the big key chest. Only difference here is that BSJ has lamp as opposed to Late Bit, who has to go through the dark, which is not a big deal for Late Bit considering he's got experience in doing this. So this 300 will be BSJ's last check before a save quit, and then Late Bit will be clearing this dungeon.
Yep, and I know both these runners. If they both had bow, the lamp is just a helpful thing to have. They'd both be clearing this place.
Yeah. And as it's always a good thing to have the information about have knowledge of the dark rooms, because dark rooms are probably one of the most important things that one player would have to learn. And I reckon that's something that for those who are going through the Go Mode Podcast Mentor Tournament, of which I'm a mentor for, and Nero over here was a alumni for last year's one. People would know that dark rooms are by far the most important thing to learn if you want to get good at this game.
Yep, and it's not as intimidating as people think it is either.
Yeah.
It's a lot more scary the first couple times you do it. Renderer taught me very well.
Yeah. But here comes a Armos fight. We have a quick kill setting up here. Very clean.
Yep, and 3 bombs.
And the first crystal on the board.
Yep. We are running out of checks already. Because we checked the Gina's cave, it was 3 bombs. we're getting close to having to do hammer aga.
Yeah, it's something that can happen, although I don't believe it's logical on account of the fact that you use the cape to, or no, it can't even be possible because of the fact that you have to cut open the door or the curtains.
I guess Aga Tower is more what I should say.
Yeah. You can do Aga Tower the first two checks, but you can't kill Aga because you would need to cast Tower Small first and foremost. So.
Yep. Well,
and in the case of late bid, that's still out of logic.
Yep. He's got it. Looks like he's going to go do the castle.
Yeah, this is something that BSJ has done already, and this is something that we'll have to see from BSJ because he did opt to skip Zelda Cell because he's banking on stealing the small for something that I can't really deduce.
Yeah, no, I could see it. Yeah, there's the lamp on Uncle.
So it doesn't feel like it's a bad thing, because it probably wouldn't matter anyway. Because like as soon as you get the lamp, it's like, oh okay, that's this. I don't have to do dark rooms anymore, so I don't feel too bad about it.
Yeah, chat brings up a good point though. He dropped a bomb when he picked up the bow.
That's a little understandable because like BSJ had already went through Eastern, and he couldn't clear it, and as a result, he would have to he has to go back into Eastern to get what we now know as a crystal clear.
Yeah. Also, we still don't know what's on Lumberjack.
No, I didn't see it because it or at least I didn't see the start of it because I had a little bit of a second thing or whatever.
No, like we still haven't seen it at all from either runner.
Right. That's what I mean. I didn't see the start of the race, so.
BSJ just passing some time. I think this was 10 arrows. Nope, this was where the cape was.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be interesting. I think Castle's like the only thing they have in logic right now, isn't it?
I believe so. This would have to be Zelda Cell, if anything, because Late is just going to go down. He has yet to go. We haven't seen this check yet because BSJ has chosen to skip it as much as he can, but whatever this is, it has to be something. It could be Castle. It could possibly be Castle Tower Small, or could be your Darkwood Access.
Well, it's actually, if I remember correctly, can't you still in Keysanity get the first check in Aga's Tower?
Yeah. So this
the first check because there was a piece of heart.
Yeah. So in the case of BSJ, he's setting up his entrance. He rocks back in because his intent here is that he's going to be death warping. But yeah, He will get the first check because this is considered in logic, by the cape being in play. Now we don't have the other Castle Tower Small, so that means there's no way that they'll be able to check the second chest, even though now it's within logic. Well, once we get the other Castle Tower Small.
Yeah, which it could be that.
Yeah.
Could be vanilla.
Yeah, there could be its own Castle Tower Small for the dungeon just sitting there, because the Castle Tower only has 2 smalls in the regular game. So after getting the Dark Cross, we're gonna see Late Bit probably gonna take go up to Castle Tower because there's literally nothing else left for us to do.
Yep, that's what he's doing.
This is probably a question for Nira, and it's about if anyone had seen Naginas. Okay, it was our tracker did confirm it's just bombs.
Yeah, it was 3 bombs. Late Bit, I want to say, checked it.
Okay. Just want to confirm. So we're going to see this first check here. This is considered logical because we have cape here to get in.
Stuff you don't really think about in the main game. And that's the glove. There's Dark World.
Okay, so that's so that was essentially, for lack of a better term, I required a tower.
Yep. Also, that actually also opens up Death Mountain completely.
Yeah, and yeah, you can use cape to get into Aga Tower, just because the fact that you it is considered logical. You, as long as you can get past the barrier, then you're fine.
Yep.
So,
Master Sword or higher, or the cape.
Yeah. Well, and then you have a lamp to get to the second chest.
Oh yeah. Like I forgot about that part.
And so, so late bit will now head into the cave that has many different names. I'm gonna call it Johnny Two Bones because that's the NPC's name. What we call it here.
Also, big key to Skull Woods and Meyer in Pipe Cave, or Johnny Two Bombs Cave. Yeah, the cave formerly known as Hype.
Essentially, to put it in a lack of a better terms, for those who don't know what we're trying to say here is that previously, well, not previously, it's still considered Hype Cave by the games. Internally in the games, it's just referred to as Hype Cave. But the reason why it's given that name is because in like version 18, something like that, the placement of the items were heavily favored towards this spot. So this often got a lot of decent items before that got balanced out, and so you so often then you see that you most of the time you see this Hype Cave having nothing and not really considered a Hype Cave by lack of by just because there's nothing here. That's why you often see like the low ratings in the chat for those who just aren't familiar.
Also, Skull Woods and Swamp are 5-6 today.
Okay, so that's already our crystal knowledge. Well, yeah, because we had checked that because late bit had chosen to do it.
Yeah,
so.
I know. That's what I got it from.
Yeah. I got it too. So just
okay.
So
I didn't mean to cut you off. We're getting a look though at Pyramid.
Yeah, you're good. But yeah, so that's where the name Hype Cave comes up, and that's why some people will just kind of wanting to say it's like Johnny Two Bones because it's the NPC's name. For some people will call it that. Not everyone though.
Yeah, I've heard Lana and TJ call it that enough that I've started to. Desert Big Key.
Desert Big's not bad, but if it wasn't the fact it was Green Pendant.
No, better to have that and not need it.
Yeah. But so to actually bring it back to what we saw, this ended up being a pretty nice Hype Cave, all things considered, just because it was Meyer Big. That's one of the more necessary ones. Skull Woods, we can do without. That is a big key.
Oh no, that could be the Ganon big key too.
It could be GT big. There's nothing stopping it from being GT big. If it's not being forced in by nothing's forcing it to be in GT. That could be something like Pod Big. Hera Big is just because we have Icebreaker Hera Pot 2 to get around the requirement, but that could still be looming over people's heads.
Yep. And that's knowledge Late Bit has that BSJ doesn't, and Catfish gives us a compass. It's probably a very wet compass at that. And there's red mail.
Early red mail's fine. Sure, it makes Death Warping a pain in the neck now, but but it's nice to have.
Yep. Also, we're getting a look at Back of Escape.
Yeah, this is the first time we're seeing this from either player here.
Late bit also doesn't got any bombs.
Yeah, so I think the intent here is he's probably going to take a look at the first 5 checks.
Yeah.
And that back of escape did not have anything.
Nope. Small key to Turtle Rock was it all it had.
I mean, I guess granted that is something that is necessary because you need all 4 smalls to get through TR by logic.
There's the mirror and
Okay.
10 rows. Oof. He's got a that's going to be haunting him.
Yeah. So here's what I'm thinking. I think here I think he may come back to it unless he chooses not to. Now we'll have this. It's not clear whether or not it's necessary because we have yet to see BSJ go up, which I believe that's now the intent. Because he did back of escape originally. He's heading up back to Sank. He's gonna probably look at Lumberjack before heading up the mountain. Unless he decides just to not bother, which is something that I guess I did read correctly, and that is he's not going to bother until a little later. So this is interesting because that now means BSJ has had to get the information about the lumberjack item, which unless I missed that.
Unless I missed it too. He might have done it when I was focusing on late bit a little bit at the beginning.
Probably. If our tracker Artell can confirm that if he did not see that. Okay. Just want to confirm. Just
yeah. We don't want to give wrong information. And there's Red Meal.
That's kind of a funny it's a funny dead rock spot, and that he's forced to go inside, and by extension, that means he does at least reset the falling rocks. We're seeing a Lord Raiden set up here from late bit, which is pretty free.
Yep, it's the method I use.
And yeah, that's the one I use because Lord Raiden setup is like really easy. Yep. It's like turn your brain off. It's so easy. Like if you want even more turn your brain off, bread pot is your one. You don't think, you just go up the top peg and just walk down. You're like perfectly set up. That's completely turned your brain off.
Dang. 1 second.
Okay. Well, okay. Well, Nira's up. Okay, thanks, Moldorm. I appreciate that.
Moldorm's like, hey, I'm celebrating 4th of July. Give me a couple of minutes.
Yeah, it's at the time of this here in Eastern, it's 11:30 on a nice Monday, July 3rd. So if anyone has any, if anyone here in the U.S. Has any plans for 4th of July, go ahead and if you want, just say whatever you want, I guess. But
hey, we get another firework display here. But that's Ice Rod.
That's behind Big Key logically.
Yep. Also, the bottom of Paradox Cave was 10 arrows and a piece of heart.
Okay, so he wasn't missing out on anything.
Nope. I'm sure he's going to be glad about that when. But I imagine he will go back and check that.
Yeah, it's honestly like something that you probably would want to check, like a relatively soonish.
Yeah. Also, we're going to look at Spike Cave. That half magic, this is going to be extremely easy.
Yeah, this is a very early Spike Cave play coming out from late bit. You have half magic. This is considered logical, so and you have a lot of magic to work with on account of having the mail here. That's boots.
Yeah, that is very nice to find. That gives you 2 more. That gives you actually, you can check King's Tomb because of the mirror and graveyard ledge, and that's the big key to Thieves Town in Spiral Cave.
Oh, so this is interesting because Late Bit chose to not do Spiral.
Yep. BSJ is going back up to go do Hera though, and that's 300 rubies on Bonk Rock.
Yeah, so this is interesting because it's clear that we're not really in a very it's clear that we don't have a clue on as to who is in the lead or not, but it's at least like this is because it just brings up an interesting situation because now Late Bit does not have the information about the Thieves Town big key.
Nope.
He could probably on his mind that lumberjack probably might be it, to which we don't much to as far as his knowledge is concerned. He's thinking it's either Thieves Big, he's probably thinking it's Pod Big. Mostly because I've known it's probably just Thieves Big, Pod Big, GT Big.
Yep, and we're getting a Skull Woods look at too,
which is fine. You have the small key, the big chest, the big key for the big chest. So this isn't terrible.
No, I'm in complete agreement with doing this.
It's firewall, sure, and you're gonna have to come back for this. But this is one of those cases where if Skull Woods is one of those ones where, as much as I don't like doing Skull Woods without a fire rod, I will admit that at least you can easily get to this.
Yeah, definitely. It's like much easier than Thieves Town.
Yeah, and for Late Bit's perspective, it's only 44 items that you can possibly go for. It's not really immediate that he goes for Thieves Town immediately because he doesn't have the Thieves Town big, which is what BSJ has. So we'll have to see how the routing factors in when we see BSJ head over to that Village of Outcasts area. Speaking of BSJ, we're going to see this Moldorm plague, Moldorm fight coming out. Not being too cooperative though.
It's Trolldorm. What do you expect?
Yeah,
I'm more worried when he decides to be cooperative.
Moldorm, Trolldorm, whatever you want to call. Oh wow.
That was a required item.
That is a required Skullwood's big key.
There's the book. Ped is dead for those, or Ped hopes a book being on Ped today is dead.
I mean, we could check it right now. We're right here.
I know. What I mean is chat was wanting that to be on Ped today.
Oh, no. Oh, I'm aware. You told me this.
Okay. And Misery Meyer small key, which is not in logic because he stole a key to do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a Meyer small. It's still a Meyer small. You'd love to have it.
True.
But late people will want to check that pedestal more likely than not when soon as he gets a fire rod, which is fine. That's not a bad play. So here comes BSJ in Spike Cave. So this will be the boots coming up for BSJ, and I think here this I'm gonna use the word advantage here instead of lead. I think the advantage right now is in BSJ's courts on account of that Thieves Town big.
I'm in agreement. Yeah, Late Bit's got more dungeon speed, but BSJ just has to go clear out Armos Knights.
Yeah, which isn't bad. Like, that's not the bad thing. It's not a terrible thing you can do. Almost forgetting to get the bonk rocks, which is something I will always do when it's something I always forget about whenever I do play like some of the casual boots.
Ditto here. Also, King's Tomb holds the Bloomerang. There we go. Trying to get the hook speed set up.
boomerangs aren't bad. Like I'll be the first one to. I will always say that blue boomerangs are not terrible. Like any boomerang in general is not terrible. There's not really a worse or better boomerang, just because one has sparkles and can cause lag. That doesn't mean that like it doesn't have its uses. I use it all the time at GT for one thing.
I do too. I prefer the red one.
Yeah, red one flies farther, and it lets you do it lets you do one of the steps for one of the rooms on the left side easier. We got Ether Badine, by the way.
Oh yeah, I know. We're nearly 35 minutes in and still haven't found a sword. Are we sure we didn't roll this swordless?
Swordless Keysanity would be kind of cool though. I will admit, like with open.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, I don't think anyone would play it because it's swordless, but it would be cool.
It'd be fun to watch, but I don't know if I'd ever want to run it. And BSJ gets their Titan's Mitts, and there's another 300 ruby drop. BSJ getting the only item of importance inside of Skullwoods.
Yeah, so this is again, this is something that I think BSJ has an advantage over late bit because. So here's the thing. So we now discover that Thieves Town's a pendant because of the little P indicator on the next to the magic meter. So this does make the Thieves Town big key less valuable than we thought it was going to be.
True, unless there's something important in here.
Unless there's something important in here that's in the back specifically. Because if BSJ chooses to go to the front, or chooses to keep going out to the front, and there's something of note, then that I think BSJ has a much more significant advantage compared to late bit.
I'm in agreement. I'm also one of those who does not like the word lead. I use that by accident when it's this early in the seed. It's too early to be saying who's in the lead.
Yeah, that's why I'm using the word advantage instead of lead, because there's really, like, with it being relatively early on in the game, there's really not really a say on who has a lead. If we were to go like say, oh, he's ahead, he's behind, something like that. Now, psychologically, you would think that psychologically, the runners might think they're behind, which is totally fine. That's something that is more of a psychological matter. But I think in this context, it has yet to be identified by either runner who's ahead or behind.
Yep. Also, those wondering why Late Bit did not do the hammer strats on hammer pegs like that is because he does not got a sword. You need a sword to be able to do that, else it just bonks you right. Oh, that's a small key. And that's a big key to Hera. Thanks, game, for the Hera big key.
So that does mean that that item that we saw, that one item that we saw that was on Boulder is now properly in logic.
Yep. Oh, and Turtle Rock is a crystal, so Ice Rod was required.
And there's another. Go ahead.
I was just going to say there's another small key to Turtle Rock.
Yeah. Same idea. Same thought process. So yeah, another one that is by logic required. You need all four of them to get through.
I don't blame Late Bit for grabbing those bombs. Bombs have been a rarity in this seed.
Yeah, he's been running into bomb trouble, and the one thing he's concerned about right now is 3 items on East Death Mountain.
Yep. BSJ is going to find their piece of heart and the bloomerang in King's Tomb in just a moment.
Because you have the 2 items that Late Bit did not get in Paradox, and then you have Thieves Town Big sitting in Spiral.
Yeah, not something you want to be leaving behind. Yeah, we don't know if Thieves Town is required. The big key is, but that's going to be in the back of your mind. We're going to get a look at Bombo's tablet here.
This will be a read of the Bombos tablet because of the lack of swords. Swamp How's big.
Not necessarily required, but we're going to get a look into desert here, which is the eastern or the green pendant. I keep messing that up.
I mean, you're not wrong in saying that it is from Eastern Palace. The green pendant is the Eastern Palace pendant in the original game, and it's actually instated within the game itself to grab the green pendant because Sastrola tells you to do so in order for you to get boots for the book.
And this check is 10 arrows.
Yes,
we have the big key for here too, so we have at least 2 checks or 2 more checks, 1 more now.
Yeah, Late Bit does not have that yet, but BSJ does.
Where was it?
I would like to say. Oh no. Artero, where was that Desert Palace big?
Wait, are we sure he doesn't? Because he's going deeper in the desert.
He's getting the small key. Because that's the point. The point here is that he wants to check the small key. To check the right side of the small key. I think here he didn't save it, which is fine. Like he didn't save prior to this. Which is an indicator that probably means he's not going to save Scummit.
Oh. Okay. That's true. Also, big chest holds a heart container. At least it wasn't the Sank heart. Nothing's worse than getting that when you have full health.
I mean, in this right now with the mirror, this is not the worst thing.
True. Go ahead.
Now, because of the fact that he did steal the small key, from here, this means that there's no way that this is going to be a desert small because this is out of logic.
Yep.
By stealing the key here, he knows that this won't be a desert small, but he's looking to try and find something that would be of value.
Yeah, BSJ though is going to go ahead and clear the dungeon, while Late Bit's going to get he's going to do Dark Death Mountain.
So this will push him back to where the Thieves Town big key is. This is probably the one out that he would want to see. Now he's going to do Super Bunny Cave here. Now, if unless Late Bit decides, oh, I'm not going to check I think those 2 in Paradox Cave they don't exist, or rather, I'm skipping these 2. Which would be correct in that assumption, that he probably won't be heading back to Paradox Cave anytime soon. But more prevalently, he would want to go back to Spiral Cave to get the Thieves on Big Key. Now, given what he knows about Thieves Town, and that is a pendant, I don't know if he chooses to go back.
That is a good question. Also, we have land mole down.
So,
I think that was Ether as well to open up Turtle Rock.
I think just by looking at it a little bit closely, I believe that might have been Quake.
Oh, okay.
I think it's Quake. It's a very small sliver that I think is, if I'm reading this right, oh, that's Mario. Convenient spot for that. I think just by reading it, I think that was Quake. I had to take a double take just to make sure that I got it right.
Yeah, Late Bit is getting their big key to Thieves Town now. BSJ is doing Dark Death Mountain checks.
Okay, a little bit. Just looking at it a little bit closely, I believe that probably is quick. Because if that was ether, there'd probably be a bit more of an extra slither of the coin, like just of the thunderbolt icon, instead of just like a little like wave.
Yeah, very true. Oh, dead rocked.
Okay, that no big deal. We'll just keep hookshotting this thing. Okay, so he's gonna go back to this, which I guess given that he's given that he's still he's down here, it makes sense for him to grab him, and this actually lines up here for late bit. So he does intend to go. His intention was to go back, but he doesn't find anything of value, which I guess that's fine because that gets rid of the back of his mind. That looked like that was Sankar too, just by seeing that.
No, it was a piece of heart.
A piece of heart that elevated, that gave him piece of heart that gave him a health refill.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. BSJ is also going to be getting their Cane of Samaria in just a moment here. I'm still looking to see one of these seeds, though, where the hookshot is in Hookshot Cave.
Not particularly common, but it is a possible spot.
I've seen the Cane of Samaria be in that spot, and it was required to get the hookshot. Yep, you're right. It was Quake.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Just by looking at it a little closely, that was a clear indication that that was the case. So
our runners are kind of running out of checks.
So I hear BSJ is gonna head back over to Sahasrara Huts just by the way he's going. So this probably is just gonna be a green Pentaturnant. It is gonna be a green Pentaturnant. In the meantime, though, Late Bit is gonna go into pod. PSJ will actually go to the flute spot number 5 to get that portal. And this is okay because he's gonna route in pod from here.
Yep.
Now we both runners have a bow. For BSJ's side, this will be a green Pentaturnant, and the only thing of difference between these two is the difference in how many small keys that they have, which to Late Bit only has 1. BSJ will be able to get 3 items from here.
There's the flippers.
So we have Swamp Palace online. Only 1 check though.
I missed what that was in Green Pendant.
Just a piece of heart. Nothing too crazy.
Okay.
So that didn't. So the clear didn't really amount to anything. BSJ will go back to Eastern because he has a clear still outstanding, and that's clear is the Armos kill.
Yeah. That was the small key. That was, I think, the last small key to Meyer we needed.
That is our 3rd and final small key, yes.
Okay. BSJ, though, is going to go ahead and clear out Armos Knights. He knows this is a crystal, so... And that's a small key to pod.
Small key inside pod and small key for the dungeon. So that's already 2 keys. That does open up a little bit of options for Late Bit. BSJ will get that too. So you will have at least 1 key going into the dungeon, coming out of the dungeon, which he might be using here inside this the back.
Yeah, he's probably gonna hammer jump. Is that the first sword?
Yes.
Okay. I saw something. That's all I caught.
So the back here does have the sword, and theirs are sync cards.
Yep. But yeah, 49 minutes in, we finally get a sword.
Fun. So this is a hammer yum coming up for late bit. This is fine because you have you're going to be this is the if you're playing Keysanity, you pretty much have to know this.
So Renderer, did you roll this seed? Is that why we got a sword at 49 minutes?
What do you think? I'm not if I'm not here, if I haven't been in the race room for like telling people to get ready, you can probably imagine it's either me or it's either Jaxie or someone else.
True. Also, small key to GT was found in the dark maze.
The answer is no. By the way, the answer is no. I didn't roll this.
Oh yeah, I know. I figured that.
That's the long way of saying no. Jaxie was the one responsible for this. I've already told him that he is now the king of bad seeds. So you can direct everyone to direct your blank seed to Jaxie. It's no longer just me.
Yeah, you guys won't let me roll seeds. You guys don't want me to roll seeds, trust me.
If only. Anyway, Ice Walk Cave for late bit. That's just nothing. We'll set up our water walk. I believe the intent here is, I would say, flipper checks.
I'd agree with that. Oof, I keep forgetting about that.
Well, man, really the reason why he set up for the water walk in the first place is so that he can get into that spot just quicker. It's not really like once you have flippers, you get corrected back to having the flippers for when you get into shallow water. So this isn't really an oof. I will say.
Yeah.
We did find a magic powder within the waterfall. And a level 2 sword here in the Sword Ledge.
Jeez, we found 2 swords in less than 2 minutes.
More like 5 minutes, like 3 to 5 minutes, something like that.
It was at 49 that we found the first one.
So that would be roughly about I would say like 2 to 3 minutes, more leaning towards 3. We get a Meyer map, so it's at least intel.
Yeah.
But that's it, intel.
Yep.
Nope. It isn't AM. Go ahead.
Though our runners will never say no to that extra sword, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, you're here for the sword, if anything. And you got intel. It's not AMD, it's just intel.
AMD?
AMD. I'm making a processor joke here, a CPU joke. It's either between AMD or Intel when you're choosing to get CPUs.
Oh, okay. You can look at Ice Palace.
Casually flexing my knowledge of making casually flexing my knowledge of making a PC. So I think we said that was a crystal that we just saw from late bit on Meyer.
Yeah, I couldn't make it out.
I was busy more just trying to. I was busy just trying to go with the whole ANT Intel thing.
Yeah. No, be right back really quick.
Okay. So while we're waiting, while Nair's back on break, I believe that if I missed it, just make sure I'm getting this right. This was Maya was a crystal, yeah? Or also it was a pendant. If it was because it was a pendant, then we have pendant crystal knowledge. But at least I guess the one thing we did see, it was, despite the fact that realistically speaking, that didn't lead to anything notable other than just getting pendant crystal information about what the prize is. It is at least, fairly, like, it is at least some value in some capacity. I know it sounds crazy, but that is some good information. Because if it was a compass, then I wouldn't be saying this, right? So that's a nice icebreaker, by the way. We get a small key for the dungeon in Ice Palace. So that, I believe, is locked behind a key. I think it's locked behind a key. Wait. Hold on. You're telling me that both keys are locked behind something? Like Samaria or something like that? Like behind Samaria, a big key, something like that? Both smoked, but both Ice Palace Smalls were on the icebreaker side. I need a moment to process this, because I have no idea what this logic is. Granted, I don't know anything about Ice Palace logic in Keysanity. So BSJ will get those two smalls. We did get a tempered sword and iced tea. That's always a plus. And there's BSJ with the second small, and I'm trying to figure out what the heck this logic is trying to be. Like, I have no idea what this is trying to suggest. I think if I had to take a guess at it, I think both keys are actually locked behind Big Key Samaria, something like that. I think more so specifically Big Key or Big Key / Hookshot. I think, or maybe just Big Key. I don't know.
Yeah, this has been a crazy dungeon.
So you did see the fact that it was two smalls on the right side.
No, I heard you.
Okay, yeah. That's why I'm trying to figure out what I'm trying to figure this out. I think it has to be just like locked behind the big key.
I don't understand key logic. I don't understand logic in keys as it is.
Yeah, I know that if there's items on the big like in laser or like something like if. Let me try again. I know that if there's something in the dark maze that's required in pod, that means that's 6 key locked, or like the mid chest, it's 6 key locked.
Also,
yeah, that's what I know.
Piece of heart on Cold Stare. And it was Jeez, we went from 0 swords to 3 in less than 10 minutes.
So BSJ, that was in fact his second sword, because BSJ has yet to go over to Zora area, which that's fine because really I don't know if you probably just want to just do this first because it's something you haven't checked yet. It is a crystal, so.
Oh, Late-Bit never checked Back of Escape, which was just a small key to Meyer, if I remember correctly.
I don't think it's even that. Because we have all 3 smalls. It says Turtle Rock small, which is required by logic.
Still need 2 more. Ooh. It's a good thing they're on red mail, because Cold Stares would hurt a lot more.
Yeah, you're taking like a part of damage each time. At max, you're taking like 3 or 4. I think it's like 3. No, I did check this. Like, I did get this information. It's 3. I was mentoring someone, and I just figured out I found out it was just 3 on Green Mail. So it hurts, but it's something I didn't find out. So.
Oh, using cape strats, good idea. Cape does get, if I remember correctly, cape uses less magic when you swing, right?
Yeah, because if you keep swinging more, you're extending you're not giving the game enough time to just take down the magic. So if you keep slashing your sword constantly, you're effectively extending the hitbox or extending the amount of magic you're given.
Sweet.
Because the game has difficulty trying to do multiple things at the same time. Basically the hand wave of just saying the game doesn't. It's just a hand wave. The game has trouble doing more than one thing. We're seeing more cape strats coming out from late bit, and specifically to get through the Hellway easily, and that to also get past the spikes to get the key under the pot. So there's the 3rd sword for BSJ, and that is something you do not want to see. That's a nice pick.
Yeah. Well, we now have the logic for Ice Palace.
Yeah, that doesn't make it good though.
No, it doesn't. It's because we're still missing the Fire Rod and Quake. And the Flute.
Yeah, it so this is the dungeon that that had BSJ went in further, this would give us a bit of insight on how significant of an advantage that he had. Now that everything is even, I think advantage is now, let's say, back in the, I would say towards the late bits. Unless it's probably, no, I think it's more just like, I don't know. It's hard to determine.
Well, we don't know if Pet is dead yet either.
Right, but that's something I don't think it's on the forefront of people's mind, of their two other runners' minds right now.
True.
We have another GT small though, so that is something that is good to get to pick up. But it's more just to have the ability to clear stuff pretty easily.
Yep, something we got to remember too. We don't know what that big key in Lumberjack is.
Correct, because that could still be something like GT Big. That could be like Pod. That could be literally anything else.
Yep. And blind drops for us. There's the Fire Rod. We can go kill Mothula.
We have also tried right available, but to get another key.
Well, he needs the big key to. No, wait, they do got the Turtle Rock big key.
Well, yeah, both players have the Turtle Rock bigs. They just need the small keys to get through logic. Now, in BSJ's perspective, you can steal the Pokey key. You just hope that there's nothing on Lava Chest.
Yeah.
You also need Quake. And no, I'm not talking about its software Quake. I'm talking about the Medallion Quake.
Oh, I know. Also, we're getting a look at Magic Bat.
Here's a fun little magic trick that little party trick that Late Bit's doing. You can party anywhere. Oh, that's Quake. Speaking of which, you can party anywhere any direction, as long as you're up by where the powder is, up by where the pot's at.
Nice. Also, we're just a flute from go mode now. Well, that and several keys.
Yeah, so we are we did, yeah, and then as far as and I'm kind of correct in, and I should be correct in the assumption that because we have Penny Crystal Knowledge, so that means really, I think the only thing that's stopping late bits, or at least both of our players, is that key. It's possible that it's GT big, which would be the more important thing. Pod big, you don't on BSJ's perspective, you don't want to see.
Yep.
We are not at item go mode yet. We would need flute for this. As far as our collective no. It's item go, but then you would need flute because of Meyer.
Yeah, we also still need the Swamp Palace small key.
Yeah, you need Swamp Small. So you need flute for item go. You need Swamp Small and GT big for go. Because we're not playing fat keys, we're playing open Keysanity. We're not even, or I should say, we're not playing tournament fat keys. We're not where the GT big is in GT. We're talking about open Keysanity where the GT big key is so wild. So here's late bit gonna go and do Skullwoods. So this will lead to a crystal. This is a 5/6.
He doesn't have a key.
You don't have a small key, yes, but you can get one. Or wait, did they not have small keys?
They stole the small key in the back.
Okay.
So they could check because they're yeah, so they don't
right. Yes. So this is the pet check. This is gonna be boring as heck. That doesn't surprise me at all. In fact, I actually want to sleep right this second.
Ped's dead 99% of the time.
Yeah, it's never pet until it is.
Yep. And it's always like the most trolly item when it's needed.
Well, that's the case for most of the pet seeds.
Yep.
That's why chat has a unhealthy obsession with it.
Yeah, I'm still suffering PTSD from the seed I did where Cape was on pedestal, and we needed it to get the hook shot off of Bumper Ledge.
Okay, so now that we have Quake, which was off of the Powder Inside Waterfall Fairy, we're now seeing the play coming out for late bits to head into TR.
Yep, at this point, I don't think there's many checks they have left.
To be honest, no. So
this has got to either have the small key or the flute.
I think that I think really you still, for these runners, they need to get a small key because they opted to not get they opted to just to steal the keys available, and they didn't get rewarded with a small key in the later term. So you have to find for them it's a small key. But for us, we know that it is clearable within logic, but just that they don't have the keys. They need to get another key to even have access to it back.
Yep.
Or I wouldn't say it's illogical, but just saying you could just get there even without any keys. It's just nice to have. It's one of those small Scoba's keys are like another one of those. It's nice to have keys. Sometimes it may be necessary because of the fact if you steal a key and you don't get anything in return, you can steal both keys. You just get nothing in return. you get a return. You get nothing in return. Then you have to just get a key no matter what.
So far, nothing in Turtle Rock except that map to Pod. We still haven't even found a bottle.
No bottles, but we have at least a cape, so that is one safety.
BSJ almost went into that portal by accident.
Yeah. Well, so here comes Quake coming up for BSJ.
Lickbit doing the smart thing, not stealing that pokey key.
Did he? I thought he did steal it because like that's the point.
Oh.
The point of the play because you're hoping it's not on lava chest.
Yeah, good point. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Like it's like the point of the play. The point of having 3 keys in the first place is you're stealing you're stealing the pokey key to go to the back, and you're hoping that nothing is on lava chest. Because you can get all the way to laser bridge from this. You can go all the way to laser bridge from this point.
Yeah, right key layout. Can't you get the laser bridge without the? There's a bottle. Can't you get the laser bridge without the fire rod with the right key layout?
Yes, but this is Keysanity we're talking about. It's not
I know.
In normal play, then yeah. In regular no keys play, then yes. Depending on the key layouts, if the key layout lines up perfectly, such that there are 2 keys in the compass chest and the chain chomp chest, and the big key happens to be in the lava chest, which is vanilla, and a small key happens to be, or no, and you steal a small key, or no, you don't steal a small key. Never mind. A small key happens to be in this right side in Crystal Roller Room. Then you can get the laser bridge, or I guess the bit chest too, but it's one of those 2. It's a very specific configuration, but it is possible.
It is overly complicated. What was on Bombos?
It's a swamp big.
Oh yeah.
There's the desert small that leads to green pendants for late bit, which we know it doesn't lead to anything. Yep. Either on the boss or on Saha.
And last one, there's the flute.
So that is item go.
Yep, still missing the Swamp Palace small key.
Okay, you're looking for a swamp small here. This is locked behind all 4 keys. Because laser bridge, you need all 4 keys.
Yep. And we're going. I think BSJ is going to go do Hera really quick. With Hera Pot, they've got the Hera Big Key.
They have Hera Big, yes. But I mean, you're checking the tablet here, which is fine. But I don't know why you would go back for this other than the big chest.
No, we don't know what the big key is in the lumberjack. We just know it's a big key.
It is a big key. It could possibly be pod. It could possibly be it's either pod or it's GT.
Yep, and Trinax holds the compass to Meyer.
Which we don't really care about because we're not playing MC Bosch.
Nope. But we do know Meyer is completable.
Mire's completable, yes, because we have all 3 keys and we have a big key.
Yep.
And logically, you need all 3 keys.
Late Bit's going to go ahead and do the
This is a big key chest of Hera, or a big chest of Hera rather.
well, he might be doing, yeah, he's doing tablet first.
That's fine.
And we already know that it was 20 rubies.
I guess we're not doing that. I guess what?
But we never
I
checked
think-
inside a spectacle, which was a cane of Burna.
Correct. Yeah. So we're not going to see big chests of Hera, which I thought that was going to be the case. I guess in his mind, it's a one-off, and you can't really pair it up with anything. It doesn't pair up with anything inside Hera. Of more importance, though, it's that flute. So we're gonna see a flute activation coming out from late bits. I guess at this point, I'll go ahead and throw down the commands here. So follow these runners, follow the commentators. You know the drill by now. So. All right, so this is late bit heading back into the dark world for the scope was clear, which we got a small key for. So this will be a clear. This is also fine. Didn't have this originally because neither runner because both runners ended up stealing the keys, and they did not find another small key to compensate for it. So that means they have to go and get a small key somewhere.
Yep. And BSJ goes ahead and steals the Pokey key too.
Right, because you're at three keys. You've just want to. Your best option is to steal the key, and you hope, and that's makes up, which is the play that makes the most sense. So we're gonna go ahead and see late bit do the skull the Smoth completion. And I think now this is an interesting point in the race now that I think there's a point in the race now that really you're just gonna hope that you find what you need soon-ish. We got a fairy in a bottle. I don't recall late bit doing sick kid.
He didn't.
Okay. Just want to clear that. Just make sure that I get that out of the way. Because sick kid's in play. We got the whole Mire area in play.
Yep. And yeah, we're going definitely to Mire now.
Yeah, and
Or not.
no, sick kid. That's you wouldn't leave out sick kid before heading to Mire here.
Which was just 20 rubies.
Nothing too wild. So we're just gonna keep going. Then we're gonna go to Mire now. You go and you sick kid first, then Mire. As far as our collective knowledge is concerned, we still have yet to find out whether or not that if we see a big key and it does, if it says pod big, then we know that GT big is sitting on lumberjack ledge, which late bit has the intel for, but I don't recall BSJ having the intel for. I think he did see it, unless I'm mistaken, and he didn't get a chance to check it this late, and he'll have to check it this late into the game. Like he probably maybe check it the next time he checks it, it'll be pretty late into the seed. And his heart's racing at that point. But I know late bit did. It's still a concern, as far as what we know.
Yeah, well, there's Ether. That's today was vanilla medallions.
Yeah. But we had all three medallions anyway, so it didn't really matter which one is what.
Yeah. Trinex decides to be a little bugger and decide to attack, even after the two other heads were gone.
Well, that's fine. It's well, we'll get through any other way. So that's another crystal on the board for BSJ as the late bit now makes his lobby appearance here, going into Endermeyer. He's gonna check the left side first.
Can't really blame him for that. And that's a small key to swamp. He's in go mode.
Still needs GT big.
Oh wait, that's true. Ugh. Which that can still we don't, like we said, we don't know what's on that lumberjack ledge.
Yeah. So I think here, so here's the thing. I think, so we're looking at a GT big key mode. No, it is a GT big key mode. Because, he probably is going to go ahead and just clear everything out. He'll just clear everything out. And what he's banking on is it doesn't pop up, is that GT big key is in GT. It is not, and that would be something that he's probably thinking just because of FAD keys, which is something that we're playing Open Keysanity for. So I think here, yeah, you're just gonna go mode everything and just hope that GT big is where it is. At this rate, in his mind, late bit probably thinks that that's lumberjack key is a pod big key, because he has all the other big keys except for the swamp big, which is something that he from his perspective, he think that can also be available in the pool. And his other thing is pod big or swamp big. Swamp big is not really useful. Oh, right, because he didn't check right, because he doesn't swamp big. You should have the big chest. Never mind. Or so, Thorian coming in with that information. Yeah, so he knows the swamp big is on the tablet. So he's either thinking it's either pod big is on the lumberjack. That shovel is kind of scary though.
Yeah, it is. And late bit finishes that's
Sixth.
their crystal dungeon.
6th.
5th.
Is it not 5th?
Oh wait, no, I can't count today apparently.
Yeah, it's 6 keys. It's 6 crystals.
I misread the one of the 5-6 as one of the pendants.
Oh. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, and another thing to point out from our chat is that now to kind of just amend one thing too. Now we have not seen any of the castle tower keys. We know one of the castle tower chests had the glove, which was necessary to get into Dark World access. They don't have another small key. They're hoping to not find another small key, castle tower small key, because that would lead to the second castle tower, or the second castle tower chest. So that's their big hope right now. 8-Bit will still check stuff on routes through Swamp Palace, but not everything. He's gonna check along the path.
Oh no, BSJ, you don't need to do this. I
And
don't like doing it, but still.
He doesn't know this, so this makes sense for him to check it in now before he goes, because he doesn't know if there's a swap small there, for example.
Yeah.
So, which we know it's in Meyer, which he's on the way for. So this will be a diver down for late bits. No surprises there.
Do you think he should check? Do you think he'll check these two chests?
More likely than not, because he's still looking for items. He's still looking for the GT big.
No, there's Ice Palace big or map.
Not necessary. He will check the waterfall chest as well, because he's doing it on the way. He's gonna get half of the dungeon items here. Small key for Castle Tower. That is something he did not want to see.
No, not at this point. At least Tempered is gonna make Argus a joke, though.
So, this Castle Tower small, this isn't something you want to see, because that's another item in the chest. But also, it's something that he needs to keep in mind, because he knows that another Castle Tower small key leads to Lumberjack Lich. So we have 7 crystals. So, I guess if you really want to do it, just pick a number between, I don't know, 1 and the letter E. Or I. Euro's identity. Which I guess that wouldn't make any sense because that's -1. You can pick a number between 1 and something. Like whatever, infinity.
I put 22.
or 20 or 27, or I don't know. And if you make the big keys here. And the only reason I know that -1 is like Euro's identity is -1 is because of animation versus math. Very good video, by the way. Very good video. As someone who took math, this makes me like irrationally happy. No pun intended, mind you. No pun intended.
I took math and I don't get it.
The only thing the farthest I went was like the farthest I went was Cup 1.
Looks like BSJ though is gonna full clear.
So this is interesting because now that because Latebit is pushing really hard to try and to hope that the big key is just the GT big key is just right here.
can't really.
If you want, and I guess if you want to, you can put like 0 in if you don't think it's here. I don't think we'll cut it off or anything. Just do whatever.
So far, nothing else in here. We still have 2 unknown checks, though. 1 unknown.
So this is a small key. What does this lead to? Pod.
Well, we got that one. We got those 2 checks in the drop down.
Yes. That's more ways to get to go through it. There's more logical stuff in more stuff that gets added to logic in pod.
There's our 3rd bottle.
We get the compass for the dungeon.
Ew.
It's 5. This will be a full lapse, which makes sense because you're still hunting for the big key anyway. You're just gonna pick a side and go.
And 10 bombs. If the big key to GT isn't in here, this is going to be interesting.
This would mean that and that would mean that big key that's standing on Lumberjack is in fact just pod big. Because we have every big key except for those 2. A big key, one big key will determine which one is on where. One key determines the other one. That mushroom's evil.
You know where else it could be? I just lost my train of thought.
Not with my mom, right?
What?
Not with my mom, right? Because
no. I had an idea for where the big key was to GT could be, and I just lost my thought on it.
Oh, I was gonna say like, you know who else has the GT big? My mom.
I think we're both tired.
It's like 12 o'clock. It's like 12:30 in the morning for over in my time zone.
Oof. Well, thank you for hanging out with us.
Yeah. It's 4th of July. It's like 4th of July week, so yeah. All right, we have this quill this Dharma's fight here. So here's a funny thing, Sprint. One of my friends have been constantly referencing that, like constantly referencing Muscle Man for like ever. That's cool stuff, by the way.
And small key to pod, and the silvers. Well, I don't think BSJ is ever going to likely get that.
I'm gonna say something really quick.
Okay.
Seed since last silvers in GT 0.
Yeah, it's ridiculous how often they are in this.
So also, you're telling me that all the remaining pod smalls are just sitting here in GT?
Yep.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, this is a brilliant play with the Samaria block.
It makes sense because the idea here is that he's playing around the Samaria block, and he's using the ability to block enemies and whatnot or damage them to get through to get the tiles out of the way, and then at this point you don't even need to do anything else. So this is the last set of checks before we have to bail. Before we have to bail and start wondering where this is. I think this has to be like.
I just remember what my thought was. It could be on Pyramid Ferry.
That is a possibility.
And 19, 5 rubies. 20 is container. 10 arrows is 21. Heart container is 22.
We are bailing out. It is not here. So I think at this rate, you're probably one. Now if you're late bit, you're actually very scared. You dove GT and found nothing. You're gonna take those small keys though, and go into pod, which is fine. Everything pod is in logic.
Yeah, very true.
BSJ is playing conservatively, because yes, while he is in GT Big Key mode, he knows that GT Big Key is still outstanding, so he's playing it safe here.
Yeah.
So, which I believe that this is a sensible call. Also, we found our last bottle sitting on sitting in the big chest, and we did see a pedestal. It is a heart container, aka boring.
And this check is the compass
for its own dungeon yet again.
Yeah. And we have the Arrow of Destiny.
This is French vanilla, by the way.
That's where the Arrow of Destiny is.
Yes, wow. It is in the vanilla game. It is sitting in the Ruby basement.
That is so stupid. And we're getting a look at the pod big chest now.
Pod big chest if we had pod big.
Oh, that's right. We're getting a look at Helmasaur, or Harmless Hellway.
Harmless Hellway, yeah.
And there's the Skullwood small key that we're missing. And this is a small key. Ooh.
Hyrule Castle, that's the sewer key.
Yep. That goes to Is that the Aga Tower or is that different?
The sewer key. It's just the sewer key. It's not. It would if it was Aga Tower, it would say Castle Tower.
Oh, okay. I have been running this for how long, and I still forget that.
Roughly a year, I think, when we met. So.
No, that's around the time I start doing it seriously.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I think
I have. It's got to be Pyramid Fairy, or it's got to be. It's the Pyramid Fairy. I think has to have it something.
It's either Pyramid Fairy or this Pyramid Fairy Mushroom Turn-In. Shovel. Pyramid Fairy Shovel Turn-In, Mushroom Turn-In. You also have the second chest of Castle Tower.
True.
And this is where I start questioning Jexy again.
What?
This is where I start questioning Jexy again. Because we are in GT Big Key mode. Late bit Dove GT does not find it in the 122 checks it's there. And 122 checks is there. And we're still nowhere near go mode. BSJ did not find GT Big Key or a Pod Big anywhere in ice.
Oh God, we still have ice big chest. We got Hera big chest.
You have all of the big keys that you do not want to see are starting to take prevalence.
Yep. I didn't even think about those.
Yeah, and none of these checks are good. Like, none of these checks are good. You have in the case of Rapid, you have Mushroom, you have Shovel, you have, and then you have Mushroom. You have, you're going to be doing, and then for everyone else, you have Shovel, you have Ice Palace Big, you have Hera Big, you have Lava Chest.
We're getting a Pyramid Fairy look.
So this is Pyramid Fairy, which makes sense here. This is something that BSJ. I mean, he's still checking stuff along the way in the hopes that he has to find Big Key, finds the GT Big Key, and we have not seen any Big Key for a good while.
Yep, we know where one is, but
BSJ does perform a bomb dupe?
Yep. Yeah, we know where one Big Key is. We just don't know if it's Pod or GT at this point.
It's a toss-up.
Yep. And Pyramid Fairy holds 20 rubies.
Oh, you are kidding me!
It is an AGA 1 required seed.
Not well. I wouldn't say that just yet, because we still don't even know what the. I wouldn't say it yet because we still haven't yet determined if the Big Key is Pod or GT.
Well, what else could it be at this point?
Yep. Mushroom. You have the Mushroom turn in. You have Ice Palace Big.
True.
Hera Big.
Yeah, he might be. No, if he was doing Hera Big, I was about to say if he was doing Hera Big. Oh, he might be going. I don't know what he's doing.
This is just Desert Palace.
Oh, I'm looking at BSJ's side. Oops.
This is the GT climb. He's gonna do the same thing that Blake is doing, and he's gonna bank it on it being GT, which we know it isn't there.
He might decide to do Hera really quick while he's right there too, though.
Right, because this is. But I think he more is putting prevalence on GT over Hera because you had 22 right, 22 checks to do as opposed to like the one.
Yeah.
Because GT has legitimately has understandably the most checks in the entire game. When you add everything up that you can do that is applicable, that being just the 22 items in the basement, and then the remaining checks that you can do, the remaining 5 checks are the big checks, which no one ever checks, unless you're playing cross keys or something, or you're playing, and then the top 4 checks at the very top of GT. So, BSJ will go ahead and take a look at GT. We know it's nothing. Yep. We know that it's just 3. It is the remaining pod keys, which didn't lead to anything. And we also know there's a mushroom here. Late bit is doing the green pendant Lambo, which won't result in anything either.
Yep, just like Ted, green pendant is dead.
Yeah, there's nothing here. So this will be a green pendant turn in for a late bit.
Yep.
And late bit isn't happy about the green pendant turn in, not at all. Understandably. Now what? Mushroom turn in. So we'll see if this leads to anything. Set mushroom turn in turns into nothing. And he is... understandably very frustrated. It is very understandable the amount of frustration this seed has yet to conclude.
Yeah, really. I remember when this seed was being very cooperative.
Yeah, it was for the start of the game was relatively fine. You have here comes 8-Bit doing the Pyramid Fairy. So this will give him a lumberjack. It will give him the second castle tower small, which I think, given what he knows, I would say he just goes for it.
Yeah, I would agree.
Because he knows that there's a big key setting on lumberjack. And he's probably at this rate he just wants to see the end. And if it's GT on the big key on lumberjack, then we can completely say it's go mode. Now, if it is not there, and it's something like pod big, we go to pod.
Yeah, and then we have to hope that the pod big chest holds the item.
Pod big chest or Helma?
Well, it can still be on Ice Palace big key and stuff, can't it? Or big chest?
Yes, but I don't think 8-Bit goes to Ice Palace.
I'm in agreement, so I'm just saying, like, it could still be in the other places.
Yeah. This GT big key can be literally anywhere. And 8-Bit is, again, not happy with this because he just saw that it is just Castle Tower small key number 2. And I can't really fault him. This heat has been going on for 1 hour and 55 minutes, soon to be 1 minute and 46 seconds, and neither player is in go mode yet. So here's the second Castle Tower small key. It's like Castle Tower chest. It is a go with small key, and at this rate, now he has to go ahead and kill Aga.
Yep, we have a 1 hour 46 minute required Aga seed, guys.
Again, I wouldn't say it just yet because it's either pod big or GT big. One of those two. It could be neither. It couldn't be required. It might not be required because of Ice Palace big.
Very true. Oh, right now we think it's required.
Yeah, we're looking at the potential that this big key that is sitting on lumberjack is necessary, and this is in 8-Bit's mind. BSJ has yet to figure that. I don't think BSJ has seen the lumberjack glitch.
They haven't.
They have?
No, they haven't.
Okay, they haven't. Yeah, so I think... yeah, I don't know. If this lights a pod big on the torch, then you would have to go to pod. You would have to go to big chest. You would go to big chest. You would go to Helma. If those two aren't there, then it has to be Ice Palace big, or Hera big.
Yeah. This has been a crazy seed.
It has. Get a number between 0 and 50 blue balls. Just a number between 0 and 50 blue balls.
Mine's gonna be 5.
I'm sticking with 3 because that's the normal. That's the well. I'm sticking with 3 because that's the average. If this is like max blue balls, that's just insult to injury.
I wouldn't put it past this seed at this point. BSJ though is checking Hera.
So this is just gonna be big cheat. This is a big chest for big chest of Hera. That's 2 blue balls so far. All right, what is this? 300 rupees. It is not here.
Ugh.
And as far as who's ahead, at this rate, it's not even clear. I can't even put a distinction on who has the advantage here.
Shovel hasn't been checked, right?
Shovel, I don't believe has.
Oh.
So we're looking at all these checks here to see if this has it. There's agate one down. There's a big key. What is it for? It's GT big key. Is this late bit is going to get baited by this pod big?
That was Trinex held our go mode item.
This is a massive bait for late bit. So,
that is painful to see.
At 1 hour, 49 minutes, and what, 30 seconds, 31 seconds? BSJ.
I'd say we got that.
Yeah, BSJ is the first of these two runners to enter go mode.
Yeah. Who would have thought that Trinex dropping the shovel would be what was the go mode and all the bombs?
Late bit is understandably not happy. He's gonna go ahead and check. He's gonna go in the pod, which at this rate you have to do.
Yep, he is not going to be happy that he, like, I wish we could tell him to go check the shovel spot. Wait, he's going south. Is he going, or is he doing left side swamp?
Left side swamp, this looks like.
Oh, no.
At this rate, he's thinking, if this is left side swamp, I lose. If this is shovel, I lose. If this is pod big key, if this is on pod big, I win. Unbeknownst to late bit, if he goes into pod, he's getting baited. I don't know what to say. I need a moment, hang on.
Okay. Hey guys, how's it going? But yeah, words cannot really describe what this seed has been like. Ooh, late bit never checked that one check in swamp. God, imagine if that had been the big key to GT. I would have felt super bad there if the big key had been in that second check in swamp and he had skipped it.
And to think I was going to race this originally.
I was going to as well.
So here's the thing.
And then
I was
signed up for comms.
See, here's the thing. I was in the race room, right? I wanted to race this. And then we were pressed for crew, so I signed for both. Fair enough. Eventually I decided, I don't think I'm gonna race this. So I bailed. So I dodged from the race. So I dodged the race. And then I decided, it took me a little bit to get here. I took about like 5 minutes at most to come on a commentary with Nira. And here we are. That second Castle Tower spell key, by the way, is sitting in Pyramid Fairy.
Yep, and it was a bait and switch.
It is a complete bait.
We had 3 different locations that we could have looked at, something like 5, I think, and all but all of them didn't seem appealing.
And at this rate, you don't check anything else. You're not gonna check anything. You want the scene to be done. That's it. You just want to be done.
Oh yeah, be it both runners are in red mails, 17 hearts, silver arrows, gold sword. They're not going to be worried. They're not going to be hurting for anything. Late bit's going to go do the shovel spot now, though.
Yeah, and at this point here, I guess we pull. I guess we go ahead and pick up the last chest of the game. I guess so. Because at this point, you probably with this being at like 154 or something. At this rate, you just check. You want to just give it one final salute. Just put it to bed. Go ahead and get this. Go ahead and get the pull the chest. You deserve it after stealing whatever the heck that was. And late bits in go mode at around 154 and some change.
Yeah, chat's pointing out that he wasn't very happy about that. I'm like, I wonder what gave them that impression.
It's at this rate he knows that this is a situation where if this was in a tournament setting, late bit knows he's lost. He has definitively lost.
Yeah, if not definitively, then mentally he thinks it's that way, which can be just as bad.
It's not only like it's apparent in his mind that in between the race between BSJ and Latebit that he's lost, but mentally he's done. I don't know. What do you think? Because BSJ is I'm getting now. He's got max equipment. Well, save for a beer shield, but who cares about the beer shield?
Get your guesses in chat where the mirror shield was.
Probably in like. To be honest, probably GT.
I'm thinking of the GT big chest. And
big chest, top board.
I think everyone's in agreement.
Big chest, probably mini Moldorm room, pre-Moldorm, pre-Helma room, sorry. Or mini Helma room, sorry. Pre-Moldorm room.
So I am proud to say something. I actually attempted to do the spin or the sword strikes on Ganon. I actually managed to get 6 of them.
Nice. So there's BSJ finally putting this seed to bed. So GG's out in the chat. The official racetime.gg time is going to be 1 hour, 57 minutes, and 14 seconds, finishing second amongst 5 other runners. The winner of the race is Great Auntie Bob at 1:48.45.
Jeez, with how little runners that ran tonight, you think everyone got the idea this was not a season that people wanted to run?
There was one forfeit. This was early on in the race.
Yeah, which forfeits doesn't always mean that he just quit. They quit. It means there could be a lot of things attached to it.
Yeah, and we won't really say who's who, for many reasons. But I guess safe to say this. I guess they made the. I guess this was ended up being the right decision. I don't know. Nothing against the runner who forfeited any means. BSJ is now in the booth of us. Go ahead. BSJ is in the green room right now. We'll go ahead and get him live on the air whenever he's ready to do so.
Yeah, I cannot wait to get his thoughts on the seed. Also, welcome BSJ. What'd you think of the seed?
You can say it's bad. Whenever you're ready to speak.
You're also muted, BSJ.
You know, technology with mute buttons and yeah. Yeah, I cleared a whole GT for no darn good reason.
Late Bit did the
Yay.
same thing. So you weren't alone here.
But fun seed though. Sure.
Oh, he's
Oh,
got no
no.
bombs.
Oh, thank God! There are bombs up there.
Yeah. So.
But yeah,
that's
you're not the only one that full cleared GT. Don't worry about that, BSJ.
Yeah. We're like, this is one of those seeds where, honestly, the logic made is so unfathomably nonsensical that you just gotta stop and be like, okay, what just happened?
Yeah, like this, I don't have words to describe what this seed was. So I'm curious to know what you thought.
I mean, it was run around until you finally found stuff. Those are cute flippers in pod though.
Yeah. So here's the thing that's different between you and Late Bit. So BSJ, picture this: Late Bit is pushing for GT to have the big key, and you decided, and as for you chose to play it safe. You chose to go for other checks before heading up the GT. When you did get out of GT, you had other checks to do, but there wasn't as much as Late Bit did because he pushed for GT, hard pushed for GT. That's exactly what happened. Late Bit got baited into going for the lumberjack check, whereas you chose to go for the shovel, which ended up being where the GT big key was. And he was already, I think he had already killed Aga at that point. So he was already checked into going for the lumberjack check to see what it was. And
what was on lumberjack?
Pod big key.
Oh no.
It was effectively a bait, but he never took it. He never went into pod. Never went back to pod for the big chest or Helma. And this was basically what your saving grace was. You never checked lumberjack village. So, and that meant that if it was, then you probably could take a guess as to maybe decide where it was. Anyway, GG's out for Late Bit. He has finally put this seed to rest, this entire race to rest. He's going to be finishing with an official race time, that GG time, of 2 hours, 2 minutes, and 22 seconds. Finishing third, right behind you, BSJ. What did we just witness? Dead silence.
Sahabot revolts. I don't know. It's just
It's either Sahabot or Lazy Kid. Pick your poison.
Want me to play some cricket noises?
No, just don't. We don't even have soundboards here in the race. Also, hello, Late Bit.
Whoops.
Whoops.
Big whoops.
So here's the thing. You hard pushed GT. BSJ played it safe. BSJ did not see lumberjack ledge.
Oh,
God. He checked shovel. GT big key.
Yeah.
this is in your case. If this was a tournament setting, this would have been, if this is shovel, I lose. I am now waiting for my opponents to finish so I can forfeit.
Yeah. Also, I want to apologize to everybody that put this restream together, as well as the chat. I kind of volunteered for restream on short notice and did not remember that I had ads turned on, so I know that made for a pretty bad restream experience, and I sincerely apologize.
What are you talking about? There wasn't any ads on here.
Oh, well, okay. Yeah, you guys have a turbo. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, because ads kicked on a few times. I was like, oh, God, they're going to hate me over there. But yeah, I forgot you guys have turbo. So I take back my apology, I guess. But yeah, let this be a lesson. You can only get away with so much buffoonery before it comes back to bite you.
Yeah. And that's probably also a life lesson too. If you're an affiliate and if you're racing this, make sure you have your ads turned off. Please, thank you. I'm not an affiliate, so I don't know this. I wish I was. But yeah, this, for all intents and purposes, the seed was not fun, not good.
I mean, I thought I hit a pretty good route for a little bit there, and I feel like if you pick your gambles right, you can get out to a pretty comfortable lead here. But just don't skip shovel spot. Don't.
Yeah. And yeah, and this I have like no, I can't really piece together what I also want to say, because I'm still trying to process what did we just see. Like it felt like an actual car crash happened, and I'm just trying to process it now.
I feel like you guys say that every time I'm on Restream. I'm starting to think I might be the common link here. I might be the problem.
What? Wait. What do you mean? I didn't mean it like that.
No, it's just every time I'm on, all I hear from the commentators is what just happened.
Oh my. I've got nothing, honestly. I don't know anymore. It's like it's 1 o'clock in the morning right here, and I just want to get some sleep. I gotta get up early. I gotta get up for a party, for a 4th of July party coming in the morning.
Oh God, you stayed up for this?
Yeah, and to think I was going to be racing this too before I decided, no, I'm not. I'm just gonna. I had my timers ready to go, but I chose not to, and I came on the commentary.
You missed out on the pain train. How does it feel?
How does it feel? I'm overjoyed. What are you talking about? Because I didn't have to deal with whatever this was.
This was okay as long as you just check shovel spot. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the tape. I think I had shovel in my possession when I was making my lunchbox tour through there, but I'm not totally sure. I don't remember where I got shovel, but
Next.
no, yeah, that's right. So no, I don't think I did, and there was no real way to route that back in super cleanly. But yeah, what can you do? It was a fun race.
Go ahead.
No, you go. I got nothing to say.
I don't have anything else to add.
Okay, so if that's the case, final thoughts.
Let's all just go sleep this one off and try again tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, the next daily is just on a regular open 7-7.
Maybe I'll do that one.
Yeah, whatever goes wrong in those.
That's gonna be at 2 p.m. I'm not gonna be there because I'm gonna be at a party.
Okay. Well, I guess if we don't got anything else to add, do you want to take us out, Renderer?
Yes. So, if you haven't already, and I implore you to do this, please, please, please follow both Late Bit and BSJ72380. Those are their Twitch pages in the chat right now. And tracking for tonight was done by Artero. Please give them a follow as well. They're also an excellent restreamer, I should point out. Excellent restreamer. And then follow myself, Professor Renderer Grizzleton, or just Professor Renderer for short, and Nero Lightshine. We suffered through 2 hours of pain just to bring this stream together. My you can tell my voice is like shot because I am so exhausted.
Oh God, that collection rate hurts me.
I would hate to see it. Anyway, so the next race is going to be so as far as daily race is concerned, the next race is going to be the Open 7-7, as I mentioned, at 2 p.m. on the 4th of July. So if you got any plans for that, if you make that your plans. And then at 3:25, let me check this really quick, because it is a main tournament matchup. This is between Schulzer and 2C. This is going to be the bronze match. They're currently 2C is up 1 game. And as far as the grand finals is concerned, between Lindenlin and Ganon's Gone Wild, that has yet to be determined. I don't know because I'm not watching it anymore. Let me check really quick. I don't see anything. Yeah. So I don't know because I'm not watching it anymore. But for now, thank you for watching this. I need to get some sleep. I need to take a shower, get some sleep. I'm out of here.
Have a good night, everyone, and GG's again to both of you.
Yep, GG's BSJ and everyone else racing this, and thank you guys for putting it together.
Yes, GG Late Bit, and thank you all for having me around.